don't understand what's happening.
I've been having visions.
I knew he was gonna die.
I think I'm seeing the future.
Hey, thanks for clicking. This is the Only Movie Thoughts podcast. I'm Jesse Johns, and today's video, I'm going to be talking about Madam Web. The story about Madam Web is about Cassie Webb, which is played by Dakota Johnson. She is a New York paramedic who starts to see the future and comes across the three young teenagers and gets to protect them from this villain that wants the three teenagers dead before he knows what's coming if he don't get him in time. So that's pretty much the plot of this movie. Basically, she sees the future. Basically, she sees stuff before it actually happens, so she gets to kind of change it a little bit. And not saying change it a whole lot, but basically changes where they don't happen that particular moment, that sort of thing. So I know a lot of you people had mixed opinions about this movie, basically saying how bad the movie is. This movie's not worth it. This movie's boring. This movie's so bad. It's so laughably bad, whatever. So I went in the movie, and so I lowered my expectations. And honestly, a lot of you may not agree with me, but I honestly really liked it. I honestly don't understand all the hate about it, and I thought the story, the action, the characters were pretty good. And I feel like this is the original movie, and I thought Dakota Johnson did good in this movie, and so I don't get why people had a problem with her in the movie. And honestly, I think people just didn't really like the characters in general about this movie, because I know one review said, I feel like all these people are just there, don't really want to be there. I mean, honestly, you can think what you want to think, but I didn't personally think that at all. The movie looked pretty good. So I guess this is going to be one of those movies that I like, but not a lot of people won't like, which is perfectly fine. We all have our own opinions. So I personally really liked it. I know a lot of you really have your own opinion about it. A lot of you might not like it, but I personally really did. So the movie, when it comes to the characters, the action, because honestly, I thought this movie had a pretty decent action in the movie, and I honestly did not feel once where I was bored with it, and I wasn't bored with it at all. I thought this movie was like, this is interesting. And I was like, okay, that's entertaining. There were a couple moments you were like, whatever, but other than that, it didn't make me hate the movie, because I personally really liked it. I don't personally love the movie, but I didn't hate the movie either. So, and I know the trailer. A lot of people in the trailer said the trailer was pretty bad, but honestly, the movie kind of looked interesting. And actually, this actually was one of the movie I wanted to go watch for the year of 2024. So, and that's perfectly fine. If you guys didn't really care for the movie or the trailer, that's totally fine. And I really thought this wasn't the worst comic book movie ever. So the movie, I will give it 8 out of 10. I thought this was a pretty solid. And if you guys really want to go see the movie, go see the movie. And if you don't, that's perfectly fine too, because I'm not going to be like, well, you got to go see the movie. But if you guys really want to go see this movie, I say go see it. So anyway, and I noticed that we have a couple of Sony Marvel movies supposed to be coming out this year. I think there's one called Kraven the Hunter, which I haven't seen much about that. And also, I found out we got a Venom 3 coming out this year, which I'm actually looking forward to that. So I do like the first two Venom movies, so I'm glad we got another Venom coming out. So anyway, guys, that's all I had to say about Madam Web. And if you are new to this channel, and if you like movie reviews or movie related stuff, please hit that subscribe button before you head out. And thank you guys again for clicking to the Only Movie Thoughts podcast. I'm Jesse Johns. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.